Welcome back to the Armchair Generals.
where we talk 40K's news, tactics, and lore.
And so much more. We hope you enjoy the video.
Now
Well, they have one eye, too.
is range 36, heavy 1, strength 12, AP 4, 6 flat damage. That is a lot of hurt.
So,
And there's two.
like a better last guy.
That's a strength 12, AP 4, damage 6. I mean, I don't know that that's
What's that annoying robot in Halo? That's what they look like.
which 343 343 guilty.
The guilty sparks. That's what they remind me of. Guilty sparks.
Really big ones, but yeah, kind of. So all right, so we have some special rules for him as well. We have the Pharaon of the Stars. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, so it's called the Council of War because each of the two little dudes next to him are actually Pharaons. They're each Necron lords in their own right, and they each have their own aura, which just represents an aura coming off of him.
So you have the Pharaon of the Stars. While a friendly Necron's core unit or Triarch Praetorian's unit is within 6 inches of Zarek, each time a model in that unit makes a ranged attack, you can re-roll the hit roll. And then you have Pharaon of the Blades. While a friendly Necron's core unit or Triarch Praetorian's units is within 6 inches of Zarek, each time a model in that unit makes a melee attack, you can re-roll the wound roll. Oh, that's a little bit different.
So those are both really good, and they also give us some more insight on what will and not be core for Necrons. Obviously, all the Treyarch units will not be core. So your Treyarch Praetorians and your Treyarch Stalker.
And and this actually mentions Lich Guard. Make sure that your Lich Guard are nearby as you approach the enemy to really take advantage of the melee rolls. They're not Treyarch Praetorians, so that means Lich Guard will be Necron core.
Yep.
There's a lot of little hints. You just gotta read in between their sentences.
Yeah. That's pretty, and that's the Muppet dudes to either side of him.
Exactly, Waldorf and Statler.
Waldorf and Statler, yeah. I always forget their names every time. I can never.
So many good names and nicknames for the Silent King and his entourage. Yeah, Kang gets Kang and Kodos are the rocks, and he's got Waldorf and Statler on his hover throne with him.
Oh, he does have quite the stat line too.
Yeah,
I might as well just call him Vinny Chase because he has a whole entourage like just floating with him.
So he has a weapon skill and a ballistic skill of 2+. He has strength 5, toughness 7, 16 wounds, 6 attacks, and leadership 10, and he's got a 3+ armor save. The Menhirs have a ballistic skill of 2+, so those big old cannons are going to hit on the 2. They're also strength 5, toughness 7, and they each have 5 wounds. Now, I would imagine personally that they're going to have like a lookout sir kind of deal where they can take wounds for him.
That would make sense.
Which effectively gives him 26 wounds. I mean, that's pretty hefty. That's well above Primarch level. Any Demon Primarchs, Loyalist Primarchs, I mean, that's just straight up Knight level. He's toughness 7, so, okay, 1 less toughness, but he's up there. And his own personal weapon brings him up to Knight level too. It's melee.
9. Makes him strength 9.
Yep. The range profile is pretty nasty. So in addition to the big Menhir cannons, he's got range 24, assault 3, strength 8, AP 3, damage 2. That'll carve through some infantry, some light monsters and vehicles. But in melee, it's strength +4, AP 3, damage 2. So he will be strength 9 in melee.
Yeah, that's going to be gnarly.
It really, really is. Obese.
Ranged is going to be the way to take him out with that profile.
I wouldn't want to get into melee with that.
No, me either.
I don't think you're going to be able to take him out that well in range. They don't say it, but I have a theory about something when we're finished with his rules.
Okay. Obeisance generators. At the start of the fight phase, if there are any enemy units within engagement range of Zarek, then until the end of the phase, those units cannot fight until after all other eligible units from your army have done so.
No, he's amazing in melee. You have him and like a melee beat stick charge an enemy unit, and they're gonna wreck it.
Okay, he's still got 2 more special abilities. I guess it suits the Lord of all Necrons.
Right.
The Noctilith Beacons. In your opponent's psychic phase, Zarek can attempt to deny one psychic power as if he were a psyker. And then Voice of the Triarch. Once per battle at the start of any battle round, if Zarek is on the battlefield, he can alter your command protocols. If he does, the command protocol that you did not assign to any battle rounds before the battle becomes active for your army for that battle round instead of the one that you assigned to it. So you can just a swap-a-roo.
I actually see that as the weakest of his abilities because you already know what you're gonna pick, and you basically the one you don't pick is the only one you can use to swap. It's kind of like, I guess, yeah, you know, every game's going to be a little different, and there will be times it'll be useful. I just think out of all of his abilities, it's probably the least useful.
Yeah.
But my theory for him, because they don't mention anything about invulnerable, and they don't mention anything about how to protect him since he has so many wounds. They have already come out before and said that his cape is necrodermis, and actually is, I think, part of the katan that he has strapped to his throne being powered. He has part of the thing's skin as his cape because he just has that much ego. I believe he's going to have some watered down version of the necrodermis rule. So I think he's going to go 4 up in bowl, and I think he's only going to be able to take 4 to 5 wounds per phase, not including the men tier. Like, I think when you're actually taking wounds on him.
Be interesting to see.
I mean, he's going to have that Supreme Commander trait, so you're going to have to take a Supreme Command attachment for him.
I mean,
I just think those big models, I think they're setting a precedence of big, cool models having this ability because they want people to take them and play with them.
I mean, it would make him a lot tougher and a lot more survivable. I mean, you would have to hit him in multiple phases because you'd have to shoot him, then charge him to inflict, if you want to inflict any more than 4 or 5 wounds in a turn, you'd have to charge him and face that horrid nastiness in melee.
Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong. It's just my own theory with what they've said about his cape.
Psychic phase is going to be key against Necrons.
Because that's a whole different phase, so you could do mortal wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, slapping him with some mortal wounds that he can't ignore, can't shrug off, with some psychic powers. That's going to be a real hard counter to these Necrons I'm seeing.
All right.
Looking at this model and imagine having to build and paint it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel sorry if you get a commission for that, Crush.
It's going to be quite an endeavor, but I imagine that would be knight level price.
And that's going to be one, too, where the painters definitely be like, let me build it. I'm going to need sub-assemblies. Don't you dare send me to assemble.
Oh, that would be... That would be, if it was pre-built, that would be awful. Unbuilt, I could handle that a lot better. I mean, there's a lot to do on it, but the model that's that complex is going to be, it's pretty heavy compensation. But yeah, trying to paint it already built would be miserable.
Yeah.
But all right, well, we've gone over about probably a little over half the news that we've gotten for Necrons. So we are going to go ahead and break here for part 1 of the Necron news, and we'll be back with part 2.
And remember, in honor of Sarek the Silent King, get off my lawn.
Oh, that's good.
I don't think that's the quote. We've been the Armchair Generals. We'll be back.
Thank you for joining us for today's video.
We hope you enjoyed your time with us.
If you did, please remember to smash that like button.
Hit subscribe and click that notification bell.
so you never miss a video from us.
Until next time, we are the Armchair Generals.